Okay, so yesterday or previous video we I discussed rewiring. Now we are just quick recap is we're programmed to survive, and we actually have to rewire our brains for something like success. Okay, so a lot comes down to vocabulary and the words we use. Like in self-talk, if you talk negatively, you can actually act negatively, and I think that's where religious studies comes in really cool because you start hearing bigger promises about your life. Like there's a hope and there's a future and faith, hope, love. These are the ones I hold on to primarily. And yeah, it's all about hope and a future. As long as you can see a hope, have faith in your abilities and yourself. But now, a lot of the talk we hear or adopt comes from outside, and there are three concepts that I actually want to stop with right now. Firstly, one is sustainable development, and then there's job creation, and then there's upliftment. And these are all nice terms, but they're not ends in themselves because sustain is like survive. I can sustain life with an intravenous feeding for months, but that's not meat. That's not milk. That's not steak. That's not vegetables. That's not nutrition. That's not living. And so so rather than sustainable, we need progressive development. We got to progress. We got to upgrade. We got to raise the foundations of our ruins and build again. And in that, you'll actually see a hope that we can get through it. We have to get through it, but once we're through it, then we can start again and build again. And something like job creation. A job is like an hour or maybe a day. That's a job. But a career is a lifelong of progress, of improvement. It's like I get really depressed when I get to supermarkets, and cashiers I met years ago are still cashiers. They haven't upped anything. They've basically just gone with a treadmill and got pay increases that don't even match inflation. So their quality of life's going down and down and down because inflation, you can't beat it. It's like the National Bank says uh, that inflation is like 7.5%, and then everybody says, okay, cool, we're going to get a 10% pay increase. But with things like petrol prices on a rampage at the moment, having like doubled in 2 years, and now extra pressure on petrol prices and fuel prices, this puts pressure on the whole supply chain. So transport goes up. You actually need to look at career creation, and in careers, I'm a very strong advocate for social entrepreneurship, where you actually work a home-based business and you use products and then you promote products, and then the company, for their corporate social investment, they redistribute products into disadvantaged communities. Uh, yeah, but I'm going to get into this a little bit more tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do social entrepreneurship because I've actually been thinking about it for a while now, how to get this out there. And the last point is uplift. If I lift you up, I'm going to have to drop you. You can't carry anyone on your back. I don't care how strong you are. You can't carry other people on your back. You're going to have to drop them somewhere. And that's what upliftment is. And the better option is always empowerment. Because if someone's empowered, they can do it themselves. And then you can walk together. And where one person can go fast, two people can go far. And because there's that concept that comes to mind, and it's called the mastermind, where two or three are gathered, there I am. It's a beautiful verse actually, but where two or three people start collaborating and talking and working together, then you just get the mastermind, and suddenly two just goes to like 20 people, and they're different ideas, and the ideas play off each other, and it's phenomenal. So yeah, just in summary, if you look at the no, not even in summary, I've still got something else to say. Sustainable development, they're always divided into three circles, is economics, physical environment, and social. And that's what sustainable development is. And it's actually an archaic model from 1990s where it was adopted. But actually it should be progressive development where you actually add politics, because if you don't have your rules, your regulations, your good manufacturing practices, good social practices, good health practices, all of these are laws, and it's there to protect society at large. And so the model actually goes from a triangulation, which gives you a point, to a I don't know, quadruped, or to a diamond. And with that you actually get a much more success orientated, long term progressive model that is definitely not sustainable, because who wants sustainability? In actual fact, I believe sustainability is a bullshit word that was thought up to try and keep people on status quo. But humans aren't designed for status quo. Otherwise, we'd still be riding horses and and living in shacks. And but we want tar roads, and we want automobiles, and we want forward movement as a society, a quality of life. Let's just look at something like public health. The invention of the flush toilet and sewage systems and taking the horses out of cities brought the disease levels down like phenomenally, because suddenly there wasn't shit lying around, literally. And it just got everything got cleaner. And then there's that other guy who said just wash your hands with chlorinated water, and basically remove the transfer of disease between people in hospitals. I think his name was Semmelweis. And it sounds like myth, but that's how we did it. We just learned from our mistakes, and then that cut the character, and so we improved as a society. And that's what this is about. And if we've got the right rules and regulations, balanced with our economics, balanced with our physical environmental context, balanced with our social acceptability, we can build state. We can build our new earth, and it's going to be beautiful. And if look, I don't even know what this new earth is going to look like, but I can tell you now, if we base it on the right way of thinking, how to think, the what will look after itself, the why will look after itself, the the who will look after itself, because the right people will find it at the right time. Yeah, and that's all I want to say today. Okay, because I can probably just rant for another hour about how we've misinterpreted words and settled for second best. Because there's good and there's great, and good is the enemy of best. That's Jim Collins. Uh, and then there's the right thing and the best thing, or a good thing and the right thing. Yeah, it's good to be, uh, but it's right to be. And I'd rather be best than good or right. I just want to be, like, in essence, me, my internal purpose, to share a little bit of faith, a little bit of hope, and a whole lot of love. So yeah, blessings for the day, and yeah, it's established the cornerstone of our new